Stop betraying yourself in the name of love. Let me ask you something, beautiful soul. How many times have you betrayed yourself today? Yep, I went there. How many times have you swallowed your truth, bitten your tongue, or nodded yes when every fibre in your being was screaming no? Because let's get painfully honest. Self-betrayal doesn't come wrapped in flashing warning lights. It hides behind your good intentions, behind your desperate need to be liked, behind the smile when your heart is breaking. You're here right now because your soul is done. It's had enough of settling for crumbs, enough of whispering your truth, enough of trying to earn love by playing small. And if you're exhausted from overgiving, silently resentful that no one notices your sacrifice, and secretly terrified you'll be abandoned the moment you show up as your real self, then stay right here, because today isn't just a conversation. Today is your resurrection. I'm Cherry, your spiritual life coach, numerologist, energy healer, and the mirror you didn't even know you needed. I'm not here to just call you out, but to call you home, because it was never meant to cost you your truth. So let's burn it all down. The masks, the martyrdom, and let's remember together who the hell you really are. Before we dive deep into this sacred rebellion, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell, because this isn't content, it's a frequency shift, a sacred remembering, a sacred space you've been called to. So if you're ready to rise, to heal, to reclaim your truth, one video at a time, like this video, drop an emoji in the comments, and let me know what landed for you. Let's co-create the new earth together, one soul activation at a time. Welcome to the remembrance. Now, you're not here by accident. You're here because your spirit's done with crumbs and secretly pissed off that no one notices how much you sacrifice. This right here is your permission slip to stop being everything to everyone except you. Let's cut the BS and get honest. Here's what I want you to stop doing, like yesterday. Stop shrinking yourself to keep the peace. That's fake peace. It's built on your silence. Every time you swallow your truth to avoid conflict, you abandon your inner warrior. That's not peace. That's self-assurance. Stop saying yes when your soul is screaming no. Every time you override your intuition to make somebody else comfortable, you create a tiny fracture inside yourself. Enough of those, because you don't even remember who you are anymore. Stop putting everybody else's emotions above your own. You're not an emotional sponge. You are not here to absorb, carry, or fix what was never yours to begin with. Empathy without boundaries is self-harm. Stop believing that love equals self-abandonment. If the love you're giving cost you, it's not love. It's emotional enslavement wrapped up in a trauma response. You don't need another sacrifice called 10 ways of people pleasing. You need a full-bodied remembrance of who you are and your truth. Let's talk about why you're really overwhelmed. You're not tired because you're lazy. You're tired because you've been performing for approval, performing for safety, performing for love that always seems just out of reach. Overwhelm is the cost of living in friction with your own spirit. Every time you silence your truth to keep somebody else comfortable, you're waging war on your own soul. And that war is unwinnable, and you will always lose when the price of love is your authenticity. So let's stop blaming yourself for burnout when the real problem is emotional shapeshifting. You've become so damn good at reading the room, you've forgotten how to read yourself. But you're done, right? You're done being the emotional dumpster, the unpaid therapist, the fixer, the one who bends, twists, and comforts to be liked, while your needs sit in the corner starving. That ends today. Let's breathe truth into your body. Put your hand on your heart, yes, right now, and say this out loud with me. I no longer betray myself for belonging. I am safe in my own truth. Breathe that in and say it again. Let your body feel it. Let your nervous system rewire around it. Let your inner child sob at the relief of hearing it. Because here's what I know. You've been scared that if you stop people pleasing, you'll be alone. But what you don't realize is you've already been alone, because no one's actually loving you. They're loving the mask you're wearing. So this isn't just about boundaries. This is about resurrection. You're not here to be palatable. You're here to be powerful. You're not here to avoid rocking the boat. You are the wave. So before you even touch the new way of living, you've got to name and burn down the old, because real healing isn't cute. It's not all rosy quartz and bubble baths. It's grief, it's rage, it's holy shit, I've been disappearing myself to be loved. And now it's time to come home. So why did you start people pleasing? Because you weren't born a people pleaser. You became one to survive. Let's get raw for a minute. You didn't become a people pleaser because you're broken. You didn't wake up one day and think, you know what? You know what would be great? Disowning my needs to be the comfort of everyone around me. No, you became a people pleaser once upon a time. You had to. Maybe it was the way mum's moods could change without warning, and you learned to scan the room and fix it before it exploded. Maybe dad only gave attention when you achieved. Maybe you were the older sibling and got labelled the responsible one before you could even spell your own name. Maybe someone made you believe that love was earned, that being good, quiet, helpful made you, so you adapted. You became easy. You became agreeable. You smiled when you were crumbling. You said, I'm fine, when you were screaming inside. You learned how to disappear so you could survive. And babe, survival is scared. Your body did what it had to do. But survival patterns are not meant to be lifetime identity. People pleasing is not your personality. It's a trauma response. It's called fawning, the fight, flight, and freeze. Fawning is when you're over-accommodating, over-agree, you over-care and under-express, because somewhere along the way, your system associated authenticity with rejection, punishment, or withdrawal of love. And if you are deeply intuitive and sensitive, which I know you are, you learned to read energy like a radar. You became a shapeshifter, the one who could sense that others needed and become it before even asked. But now you're not that scared little girl anymore. You're not in the house. You're not in that house. You're not in that school. You're not in that toxic relationship. You're not 6 years old trying to stop dad from drinking or mum from breaking. You're a grown woman, and your nervous system hasn't caught up with that yet. It still thinks you need to earn your right to take up space, that you'll be abandoned if you say no. That love is only safe when you're silent. But here's the truth, beautiful soul. People pleasing is self-abandonment dressed up as love. And real love doesn't ask you to betray yourself. Let me say that again. Real love never requires you to self-erasure. So if you're still choosing connection over truth, approval over alignment, harmony over honesty, that's not love. That's a trauma bond with your past. That version of you, the one always saying yes, always smiling, always being the strong one, she's tired. She's been holding it down for everyone except herself. She's over it, because people pleasing isn't just emotional, it's energetic. It's why your aura feels heavy, why your heart feels anxious, why your body flinches at the idea of disappointing someone. It's why you can't relax, even when everything looks fine. You're not relaxing because you're not safe in your own truth. But you can be. It starts when you stop negotiating your soul. Let's pause. Let's go inward. I want you to breathe deep, close your eyes, and ask yourself this. What age was I when I first felt like I had to be the one to make everything okay for others? What did that cost me? Take a moment. Really go there. Let the memory come. See her. The little version of you. What was she carrying that wasn't hers? That's where the work begins, because you didn't need to be fixed. You needed to be seen. And I see you. I see all the places where you disappeared just to be loved. But that's not love anymore. That's bondage. When you release that identity, your nervous system exhales. You start to feel safe just being, without performing. Your energy stops leaking into everybody else's problems. Your aura stops fragmenting from all the shape-shifting. You finally start to feel whole. You, unfiltered, unapologetic, unmasked. And that is when your life becomes yours again. You are not here to be digestible. You are not here to be liked. You are here to be fully expressed in your power, in your truth, in your divinity. So here's the invitation. I release the belief that love requires my silence. I reclaim the version of me that never needed to perform. Let that sit in your body. Let your younger self hear that, because you're not here to be the fixer anymore. You're here to feel free. I held boundaries like a Lemurian priestess, with clarity, not chaos. Where am I still asking for permission to honor my truth? What rituals can I create this week to energetically protect and anchor my new identity? You don't need to fight to be heard anymore. You don't need to beg to be seen. You are not the fractured, exhausted version of yourself that once needed to please in order to survive. You are becoming the woman who holds her truth with the quiet power of ancient oceans. And if you want real-time support to help you integrate all of this in real life, my Stop People Pleasing Breakthrough session is here for you. Let's end the cycle together. Let's create a boundary blueprint that's soul-aligned, not fear-based. You're not too much. You're finally just enough for yourself. So let's go, priestess. All right, my love. This is the part where it gets real. This is where the soul steps back into the body. This is a Lemurian way of calling home all the fragments we scattered just to survive in a world that didn't understand us. All the pieces of us we gave away to feel safe, to feel loved, to feel enough. But your truth, you never had to be fragmented to be loved. You never had to shrink to be worthy. Let's bring it all back. Come into sacred stillness. Find a quiet space and let this moment become a temple. Sit comfortably with your spine tall but soft. Close your eyes and place your hands gently over your heart and your solar plexus. Begin to breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, slowly, conscious, intentional. Feel your breath washing through your energy field like a Lemurian tide. Gentle, rhythmic, infinite. As you breathe, whisper softly to yourself, I am safe to return to myself. Now bring to your mind all the places where you left bits of your life, that conversation where you silenced your truth, that relationship where you overgave and abandoned yourself, the version of you who kept dimming her glow to avoid confrontation, rejection, or being too much. Visualize each of these moments as glowing golden threads that stretch out from your body, threads that still hold your essence, your radiance, your soul frequency. And now, with your breath as your guide, begin to pull them back in, slowly, lovingly, and consciously, one by one, thread by thread, memory by memory. Each golden thread returns to your solar plexus, your power center. Watch it glow brighter, then into your heart, the seat of your soul. Feel it expand. You are gathering yourself, reclaiming yourself. Let the golden light swirl around you, rising up in your spine, spiraling into your crown, weaving through your DNA, reactivating your original Lemurian blueprint. Repeat this soul declaration. Now speak these words aloud, not as a mantra, but as a soul command. I call my energy back from every place I abandoned myself. I call it back from every yes I gave when I meant no, from every silence that swallowed my truth, from every version of me that betrayed herself to be accepted. I am whole, I am sovereign, I am free. Feel the ripples as your field expands. Feel the click of your soul keys turning in the lock. This is not a metaphor. This is a multidimensional healing. You are not imagining this. You are activating ancient technology within your light body. Let the light settle. Let the swirling golden energy soften now. Let it settle in your bones, in your breath, in your aura. Breathe it down into your root, into the earth. Let Mother Gaia hold it with you. You are not meant to carry everything alone. Let the planet recalibrate you in return. And now, in the quiet space of your reclaimed energy, ask yourself, what old energy am I ready to reclaim and alchemize today? What truth did I bury that now wants to rise? Journal it, voice it, move it, let it speak. As an optional ritual, you can seal this activation if you want to take this even deeper with a Lemurian-inspired ritual to anchor this energy into your body. Firstly, you can do water blessings. Pour a bowl of salt water, speak declarations into it, then anoint your heart and solar plexus with the water. Let it symbolize your return to power. Crystal gridding. Place citrine, selenite, and rose quartz around you in a triangle. Sit in the center and repeat your soul's command until your body buzzes with truth. Sound activation. Use a tuning fork or chant a sound that resonates with your core. I am is powerful. So is your own name. Mantra walks. Go outside barefoot and speak your declaration with every step. Feel the earth receiving and responding. You don't need to be perfect to reclaim your power. You just need to be willing to come back home, willing to choose yourself, willing to honor your light. This is how Lemurians healed, not through fixing, but through remembering, not through punishment, but through love, not by chasing wholeness, but by realizing it was always within. So take this activation, let it be your return, not to who you were before, but to who you were before the world told you to forget. You are sovereign, you are sacred, you are home. Here's the truth. Love and the kind that lives in your bones, even if your mind still doubts it. People pleasing is not your personality. It's not your essence. It's not your fate. It's a trauma response dressed up in politeness, a survival code your inner child ran because it felt safer to make everybody else happy than to risk being rejected, abandoned, or punished. But you, beautiful soul, have outgrown that version of yourself. You're not here to manage other people's emotions. You're not here to be digestible. You're not here to shrink, twist, silence, or sacrifice yourself to keep the peace. You are here to be a effing force, a wild, divine, radiant reminder of what happens when a woman chooses herself. So if your nervous system is quaking a little bit right now, if your inner critic is screaming, but what will they think? Good. That means you're standing at the edge of your old self, the old you, and edges were made for leaping. This is your remembrance. You don't need to be liked. You need to be free. You don't need to be needed. You need to be nourished. You don't need to be everything to everyone. You need to be loyal to your soul. This is your permission slip to disappoint others in order to stay devoted to yourself. This is your green light to be messy, loud, soft, sovereign, whatever the hell you are in this moment, without apologizing for it. Because here's the deeper magic. When you reclaim your truth, you give others permission to do the same. When you anchor your boundaries, you become a lighthouse for the others who are still lost in the fog. When you stop people pleasing, you start soul leading. That's the work we do together. That's the work that sets you free. If this stirs something in you, if your gut is whispering it's time, if you're sick of dancing around your truth while everyone else gets to stay comfortable, then let's talk. All my links are in the show notes. We'll untangle the guilt, we'll dismantle the shame, we'll break the cycle with the compassion and fire. This is your next brave step. You do not have to walk this alone, but you do have to walk it differently. Let's keep this real. Comment below. Tell me, what truth are you choosing today? What boundary are you finally ready to hold, even if your voice shakes? What version of you are you letting die so the real you can rise? Drop it in the comments below. Say it out loud. Let the universe hear you. Let your soul hear you. Let me witness you, because I promise I will. You are worthy of taking up space. You are worthy of being seen in your real truth, not just your usefulness. You are not too much, and you are a frequency, a sacred code, a leader in the new earth. And this is your moment to come home to that truth. I believe in you. I see you. I see who you really are. And she's flipping powerful. Let's rise together with love, fire, and truth. Your spiritual coach and sacred mirror. Until next time.